most people find it odd, but we're probably one of the very few broadcasts out there that are pretty much just in-house. Like this is our series only.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2, check. Well, I got a little volume control if you need it. Check 1, check, check, check. I just got to remember to push the button. Yeah, it's all good. There's still a lot of guys left to qualify unless they're not qualifying. Welcome and good evening, everyone, as we are with the Cops Truck Series, the premier destination at NASRA right here, and we are in Phoenix, Arizona. We got Chris Murphy with us right now doing some producing, waiting on Wesley Outland. He's on assignment. We're looking right now at the qualifying times. It looks like Dustin Scruggs may end up getting your pole right now. But, Chris, we're here at Phoenix, man. We got 110% horsepower tonight in these trucks. What are you expecting to see out of them, bud?
110. I grew up in Phoenix, spent a lot of time around this racetrack, so 110 degrees here. We're going to expect tires to go away quick. Drivers struggling off the corners. Expect the rear tires to go away quickly as they're coming, especially coming off of that. Well, I guess it's turn 2 now. It used to be turn 4 back in the day, but see, you can keep the tires underneath them for the longest.
Yeah, that's absolutely what I'm figuring. We got extra horsepower tonight, too. We only got 65% of fuel. And I guess it's about time we get to the grid. And then we'll get to see here. So starting on the pole is going to be Dustin Scruggs. He's going to start next to John Freeman on the outside. Then we'll have row 2. That's going to bring us tiny horse Ryan Johnson. He'll be next to the 22 of Brandon Broadfoot. Row 3, that'll bring us Carson Woodward. He'll be alongside the 57 of Mark Cofield. Row 4, we will see Nate Maurer in P7, and that's going to bring us next to Hunter Parsons on the outside in P8. Row 5, that'll bring us Isaac Bevan and Tyler Justice. Row 6, that'll bring us Brady LaBeouf in 11th position. He'll be alongside the 3 of Mark Morton. Row 7, that'll bring us the Bulldog in P13. He'll be next to Zach Hartwig in the 8 machine starting P14. Row 8, Brandon Schumann will line up next to Matthew Francis. Matthew, good finish last week, hoping to keep the momentum going. Row 9, Kyle Hess in that 86 machine. He'll be next to Ed Osborne, a pretty good short track racer. Row 10, that'll see Matthew Montgomery in the 24. He'll be lined up alongside Jeffrey Johnson in P20. Row 11, Tyler Daniels. He'll be next to Matt Cherry in that familiar 45. That'll bring us to row 12. Adam Light, he'll be P23. He'll come next to Brandon Wallace in the 89 on the outside. Row 13, Brian Chu in the 51. He'll be alongside the ball man Curtis Banks, P26. Row 14, Jeremiah Holt in that 74 machine. He'll be lined up alongside Chris Blanchard in P28 tonight. Row 15, you'll see James D. Morris in the 92 machine. He'll be lined up next to Buzzy Mongol, rounding out the top 30. Row 16, that'll bring us Anthony Mathis in the 41. He'll be alongside Matthew Cummins in P32. Row 17, that's going to bring us Daniel Lawless in that 97, and he'll be alongside the 26 of Cody Knott. Row 18, that'll bring us Eric Zimmerman in the 94. He'll be alongside Nick Sacco. Look for Sacco to make moves forward fairly quickly. Row 19, that'll see the Animal Keith Bradley, and he'll be lined up next to Shane Trotter on his outside. Row 20, Keith Haney in the 87. He'll be alongside the 00 Huck Wigington. Row 21, as we got the full field, that's it, I guess, 40. I was showing 42, so TJ Moore is your race director. And Chris, this is going to be exciting, man. We've seen the track information. Let's put that information up about the race. I believe the stages tonight are going to be 35, 75, and then we're going to go all the way to 150. You see fuel capacity 65%. I've been told that is going to be 45 to 50 laps worth of fuel. We do have 110% engine power. So there you go, Chris. The track temp has came down since qualifying, so that's going to help a little bit. But that 110%, my friend, I mean, what are we looking for there?
Well, track temperature coming down is definitely going to tighten the cars up. Tires might last a little longer, but at the same time, with a little extra grip, tires might start to wear out as well. But that extra horsepower off the corners, you got to really keep control of spinning the tires right here. I see a lot of drivers here at Phoenix have a struggle getting off the corners, even with a regular horsepower.
Oh, we thought they were going to go another lap, but here they're going to take a green right now. You see Scruggs on the inside. He's right along John Freeman right there. As we're about to get this baby started, watch for him to fan out all over the place with this dog leg as they come out of turn 3 and 4, and they take the green. So let's see how they get started here, folks. This could be a catastrophe right off the bat, or this could be just fighting for position there. You can go about anywhere right here. Barney puts out the green. Here we go. Scruggs gets away. Not getting away too far. That's a good start out of Freeman as well. But you see them here. They're fanning all out. Fanning down to the inside. Scruggs there running a little bit of that middle line. Freeman on the high side here, Chris. This is a good start out of everybody early in this race.
We got through turn 1 without any calamity right there. We're 2 by 2 all the way up in the front right now. Freeman, Scruggs looking really good. Brandon Brockwood's up a spot. He's up to 3rd on the outside there in the 22.
Guys off to a good start. That's what we wanted to see. We didn't know how this horsepower would affect the beginning of the race, but everyone's seeing, oh, we got one around the back. It looks like Adam Lighty going for a spin in the 35 machine. That's going to put the yellow out. You got Matt Cherry involved. James D. Morris is involved. I believe that started with the 35 of Adam Lighty, though. We ought to be able to get a little replay on that. Here we'll get it all gathered together.
Let's get back, take a look, see if we can see what happened here to Adam. Right there on the outside of the 45. Just comes down across the nose there.
Yeah, just down across the nose. I got Jeremiah Holt got a piece of that. There's several cars involved. Cherry able to squeak through. So yeah, they'll have to just line these babies back up here in just a minute. I don't think anybody got super damage. Somebody did get thrown to the outside wall. Wasn't able to quite tell who that was. Might have been Matthew Francis.
Yeah, we get 3 laps into here. Actually only 2 laps down. We're running on lap number 3. So first incident here. Involving about 5 or 6 cars. It looks like Banks going to come down pit road, try to get some repairs there in the 77.
Yeah, not too many takers, but Lighty's on pit road. Curtis Banks is on pit road. James D. Morris, Eric Zimmerman, showing 3, 4 guys on pit road. So yeah, they're going to come down, try to get some repairs fairly quickly. You see it there. I like that graphic. Anything over 13, 14 seconds, if you're getting, service, that's a long pit stop. So all these guys trying to get their damage fixed, get back in line. So you say you're from around the Phoenix area, Chris, or you spent a lot of time there?
I grew up down in the Phoenix area, but left there in the mid 80s. Just giving away my age there, but spent a lot of time there at PIR. Watched Dad run around this place in the 70s, and we used to sit right up on the hill, right off of 3 and 4, all the time. They don't see as many people up there anymore, but always loved going out to PIR. A lot different than it was back then.
Yeah, I've never gotten to go there, but I think that Rattlesnake Hill would be about the place I'd want to sit myself. You can get the whole view of the track from right there. That seems like a great place.
Yeah, so it's just a completely different place right now. I still get confused when I'm watching races on iRacing here with this configuration. I turn 2 and turn 4 switched around in this big trial section through this dog leg. Used to basically be turn 2 and down the back straightaway.
Oh yeah, they flipped the entire track. For those that don't know, everything's been flipped from 1 and 2 is flipped over to 3 and 4. All that stuff. It kind of makes these restarts odd because you got to keep your pace all the way down the backstretch now until you get through the corner, and then you're kind of taking off on a corner. That's why we were kind of worried about the restart. But you see right here, short pit, truck is in. So these guys will have to go all the way down the backstretch, enter 3 and 4, and then they can make their jump. And once again, watch for this dog leg. It's going to stretch all over the place, Chris.
And that's a really great thing here at Phoenix. I mean, they don't have track limits here right underneath that white line. I mean, I've seen races come around here on these restarts 5, 6, 7 wide as they come to the start finish line. And let's see what they do here. We got 40 cars, trucks still in this race.
Yeah, big field. Here we go. Green flag out. Freeman off to a good jump. Down all the way to the bottom of the dog leg. That'll save you a little bit, but that'll hurt your tires later. It's bumpy down there. You see Scruggs, Johnson, Broadfoot. Got the 7 machine. Not you. Oh yeah, that's Carson Woodward. I gotta get used to his new number on the Friday and Thursday nights here with Bevan right there as well.
That's make it tough enough on us broadcasters when they start changing numbers all the time. It's bad enough when they change paint schemes. But you mentioned it down on that flat when you go down that contact right there between Scruggs and Broadfoot. Broadfoot on the bottom of the racetrack going to get back in line, but it's tough when they transition off that flat back up onto the banking there. See a lot of drivers making mistakes, not able to make that transition smoothly.
Yeah, I was absolutely about to say the exact same thing. If you watch, there's a yellow line, like a pit exit line. If you go farther than that, you're almost sliding yourself up toward the wall, Chris. That's one thing I've always noticed here. You see Brady LaBeouf working around. Looks like Mark Cofield right there, and Nate Maurer. Got the Bulldog Adam Newton, but you see that's the 5 of Brady LaBeouf. We're used to the 24 with Brady, but this season the 5. So good start for Brady. He's up a few positions already. Up 3.
Yeah, started back in 11th, already up to 8th, so moving through, making his way through the field here in the number 5. Scruggs, Freeman starting to get away a little bit, but here comes Scruggs reeling him back in. Brandon Broadfoot right there in the 3rd spot. They're starting to get in a battle here up front. Freeman had got some separation, almost about 7/10 of a second, but it's down to under 3/10 of a second. Watch that 11 truck. I think he's coming right now. He's got a challenge there for Freeman.
Oh yeah, he had a dominating win at Homestead last week. Won both stages, took the win. A little confidence now. He's really starting to get back to the Dustin Scruggs we remember. And all the while, I mean, Brandon Broadfoot hanging right there with him in that 22 machine. He looks pretty good. As I said, there's several ways to drive this corner. You can come in low. It's harder to get off the corner. You'll see guys slide to the middle, diamond it off. As the tires wear off, you're going to see several different lines develop in that corner.
Yeah, looking back through the field here, we look at the 91 of Hunter Parsons. He's down a few spots. He's trying to get one of them back. He's up underneath the 3 of Morton, trying to get himself back up into 9. Or back up into the top 10 at this point. And let's look at the way they're fanned out right there in that dog leg section just past the start finish line. It's just a cool thing to see. You don't get to see that at too many racetracks.
No, pretty seldom we get to see 5, 6 wide, but you got enough room there if you want to do it. There's some good battling going on back here. You got Jeffrey Johnson. We got Shane Trotter back here. Ed Osborne, Kyle Hess. All these fellas looking pretty stout. This is where the battling always is, it seems, right? Just a little bit behind the lead pack. You're just fighting for your life back here over and over again.
A lot of times you find the best racing in the event right there in the mid-pack area. It's always good to look back here about 10th or 15th there, and you're always going to find guys just putting up a fight trying to get to the front of the field. And it's you usually find ourselves watching more back here than up front. Sometimes you get a guy up front that runs away with it, so we got to find somewhere on the racetrack to find a battle somewhere.
Absolutely. See Brian Chu, he's on the outside there. Buzzy Mongol, got Nick Sacco back here, even a little bit further. But a couple of these guys will start to make their way forward. I'm fairly sure of that, or we'll use strategy and get there one way or another. There's Freeman. Now you see Scruggs. There you go. That's what I was wondering. He is letting off way before Freeman, not driving nearly as deep. We'll see if that pays off as it goes forward there. But great job out of Brandon Broadfoot to hang right in there with him, as these guys have pulled a 1.8-second gap over fourth place Isaac Bevan back there running with Tiny Horse. We know he's a contender. Nate Maurer. All those guys just behind this right now, Chris. So we're starting to see a few different ways guys want to go. A few guys going out hard, a few guys kind of laying back a little bit.
Yeah, you see some guys going to take that strategy, lay back, save the tires, maybe have a charge here late in the stage. We've got, 15 laps left to go here in stage number 1. But as you were talking about watching Scruggs here drive the truck in a little bit easier, and actually a lot of times, especially here at Phoenix, especially down there in turns 1 and 2, if you can take the truck in a little easier, it gives you a better run off. And you can see right here, Scruggs able to reel in the Freeman right there as they come off of, where are they at on the racetrack here? Come across the start-finish line once again. Yeah, 3 and 4. Like I said, I keep getting it, I keep getting it messed up here.
We're doing fine, man. We're doing fine. But yeah, Scruggs, as I said, dominated last week. You'll see comers and goers in this race, folks. This is just a very short couple stages, honestly. First one's going to go 30 laps. Second one's going to go 45 laps. So short stages, not a lot of time for these guys in the back to move forward. But then we're going to have a fairly long 75-lap run. So it'll go by fairly quickly, too, though. If these guys doing a great job, we're not seeing a lot of incidents right now. Everybody's just kind of feeling it out. And as you said, Scruggs going in a little softer. The number one thing that kills your lap time here is this corner right here, turn 1 and 2, and you get tight. And you cannot get it to turn. And then about the time it wants to turn, it snaps the rear end. So, yeah, very, very important to keep that right front under you on those corners.
Yeah, it's real easy to get in there too deep. I mean, I'm an old dirt track racer, so the only way I know how to go in the corners as hard as I possibly can. But in these cars here, in these trucks here, I keep saying cars, if you drive it in too deep, you're going to burn up that right front. The car is going to push up from the center off, and you're just not going to get that run off the corner you need to stay competitive.
Yeah, you lose the runoff, but what it gets you to do is you're sliding along, and all of a sudden, the tires grab, and then you're really loose. To see Mark Morton, he's putting a little move on Brady LaBeouf. This is someone I expected to see speed from, is Mark Morton. He always brings really good speed to the track. Sometimes gets caught up in some strategy situations, but Morton always strong. We understand that, and I think everybody on the track understands that he really drives it into 1 and 2 there.
Nice run down on the bottom of the racetrack there from Morton. Going to take that ninth spot away from Brady. Brady up a spot in 10th, but I thought he was going to make a little harder charge through the field. But he's only been able to gain one position. He's going to give one back right there to Morton, as here comes Francis underneath the bottom of him there, trying to get by Brady there for the 10th spot. So Brady looks like he might be struggling a little bit right here, and he's falling back a couple spots.
Oh, Francis sliding up the track. Woo-hoo, that was a close deal, but we're starting to see some speed out of Matthew Francis, no question about it. He showed up last week, top 10 run, starting to get settled in with these guys, and then here he is putting a challenge on LaBeouf. You see 38 of Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson. He's trying to make the pass on Isaac Bevan here. These guys race against each other a long time, so they expect clean racing, and that's what they're getting.
Yeah, Johnson around Bevan there down on the bottom of the racetrack. Bevan's up 5 spots now. Bevan's going to fight back there on the outside. A good run there from the 27. We got cars single. We got battles all over the racetrack. I need about five iRacing accounts and screens here and computers to be able to bring all the action to you here at one time.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at timing, and there's just a whole bunch of .2s and .02s. And yeah, there's a lot of battle. Here goes Sacco Ed. Him and Ed Osborne been going at it for a couple laps here. We'll see if Nick's able to get him this time, because, as I said, Ed's a pretty good short track racer. So Sacco, we know he's good everywhere. So here we go. He's starting to move himself forward. Still pretty far down the running order right now, but he is up 15 spots already. So he's working that 21st position right now.
Yeah, we jump up front right now. Scruggs still right there on the back bumper. Wefreeman has not been able to do anything with him. So is Scruggs staving tires here a little bit? We've got about 8 laps left to go in this stage. As we're winding down here, the Scruggs going to have a little bit left. I mean, 30 laps at Phoenix. Tires are going to come into play at the end of this stage, but not nearly what we're going to see once we get done with that second stage for that last 75-lap run.
Yeah, I mean, Freeman and Nate Maurer, along with Oh, I'm sorry, they just changed. But those were the two fastest trucks on track last time. So Freeman is still about 7/100ths faster than Scruggs. So Scruggs is either saving or I don't know. I mean, the front, like I said, front tires go away here quickly. So we'll just have to wait and see. And then what I'm waiting to see is in the next 3-4 laps, does someone come down, try to swap out track position here? They will close pit lane with 2 to go, but if you can get in before 2 to go,
Caution.
you might be, oh, we got a caution. That's going to change a few things.
It looks like it's Zimmerman. Problem with Eric Zimmerman in a 94.
Have to take a look here. You got 94.
He's going to hit the wall again.
Control on it now.
I guess he didn't hit the wall enough. Probably what happened, there's so much damage on the left front, just not able to get rolling. But you definitely want us to try to limp it back to the pits if you can, instead of taking a tow, because they're going to lose a lot of time having to tow in. Let's see what happens in the 94. And he blinks out there for a second. Where'd he go?
Oh, he just blinks out. There, here we go. Down below that line, that can make you loose. Did he get some help? No.
It looked like a little net code.
Oh.
Might have been a little net code issue. Who was that behind him there? I couldn't quite tell.
That was Huck Wigington, I believe, in the 00. That looked a little odd. They almost went
Let's see if we take a look.
Spinning here.
Let's see if we take a look at that again here from the hood cam of Wigington. I don't... Yeah, just maybe it's a little contact right there. It didn't look like it from the front view, but from that view right there, it looked like he might have got a piece of that left rear quarter.
Yeah, it could have been a little misjudgment off of Huck there. He had a huge run on Zimmerman, so we've got several takers right now. This is what I was wondering. We've got several guys down pit road right now trying to flop track position. Kyle Hess is on pit road, Matthew Montgomery, Matt Cherry, Brian Chew, Curtis Banks, Holt. A lot of guys coming down right now. They'll be getting their service. As we know, they have to run this to the end of lap 30. So whether this is a 2-lap shootout or a 1-lap shootout, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, several guys in pit road. Hunter Parsons as well down pit road. So these guys are going to try to flip track position is what they're going to try to do.
Yeah, you see the strategy you use often. You're going to come out here, get in there and get pitted early while all these the drivers on the racetrack stay out here. I mean, they were wanting to stay. If you're up front right now, you don't want to come in. You want the stage points, and that's exactly what the top 5-10 guys are doing here. They're going to have to pit here in just a few laps when we go back to green flag. But right now we're on 27. I mean, we're going to probably go here.
Yeah, we'll see if they go off right here. They should.
Yeah, we're going to go around one more time, it looks like.
Can't tell. They're off. So we're going to get a 2-lap shootout, it looks like.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. Some leagues, if the caution comes out a lap or two before this stage, they'll just go ahead and call the stage right there.
Well, that used to be here, but everybody got kind of upset about it. So finally, Brady LaBeouf and Cody Knott, they're like, I'll tell you what, we're gonna, no matter what, we're going to run it to the end of the stage. So we're going to get a 2-lap shootout, and then we're going to get a caution for the end of stage 1. So we'll see who wants these points the worst.
All right, see if Scruggs got anything for him. See if Scruggs been saving a little bit, just kind of running there behind the 42. Does he have anything for these little 2-lap dash here to the end of the stage?
That's what I'm wondering about with the 38 machine. That's the guy that he is unbelievable at saving tires. So we'll see how hard they want to push it right here at the end of stage 1. Scruggs outside, Freeman inside, Broadfoot inside. Here they go. Freeman, good jump, no wheel spin, it doesn't look like. Freeman able to really drive out right there, Chris. You see Scruggs able to hold off the 38 of Ryan Johnson. He's going to have to take it way up high and see if he can get a run on the 22.
Yeah, great start there from Freeman. Scruggs fell back just a little bit. Here comes Johnson up on the outside. We got the 94. Going to go another lap down on the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, the 11 checks up hard. Johnson has to check him get in the corner. That allows Broadfoot to get up underneath him, but Scruggs really got off the throttle hard, getting in the corner, just about piled everybody up behind him there.
Yeah, just had to. Zimmerman needs to get up out of it. He was in the racing groove right there. We'll see here. Scruggs, Johnson. I don't know if they can catch Freeman. Freeman looks real stout tonight, but Ryan Johnson giving Dustin Scruggs the business.
We're coming to the end of the stage right here. Freeman's got about a couple tenths of a second here out in front of Scruggs. Scruggs has got they go to the end of the lap here.
That should be it right there. There it is.
So stage 1 complete here on lap number 30. Freeman, Scruggs, Johnson, and Broadfoot, your top 4. Nate Mowers
Yeah,
made a good move up a couple spots. Look at our biggest mover of the race here, though. This 29 of Bradley, up 27 spots in that first stage.
Yeah, able to snag himself a point. It doesn't seem like a lot, but he wasn't able to race last week. I mean, he's up 27 positions right out of the box, so showing real good strength here. Yeah, we haven't done that all night. We'll just, I'll tell you what, folks, we'll take a break. We'll get a couple of commercials in, pay some bills, and then we'll be right back from Phoenix. Don't go anywhere.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one. Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one. Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one. Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier.
And back live here at Phoenix. This is the guys I was telling you about. They were going to flip the stage a little bit, and that's what they did. You got Hunter Parsons, Matthew Montgomery, Brian Chu, Shane Trotter, Kyle Hess, Lawless, Mongol. They all stayed out there flipping the stage here. So your first stage winner, John Freeman, he's going to restart 8th with Scruggs alongside him. And round out top 10, Ryan Johnson is going to be in that 10th position as we're about to go back to green. And we'll just have to wait and see.
See if Hunter's, well, they pitted maybe about 2 or 3 laps to go there and left in the stage, so not too much. The tires, not much difference there between everybody that just pitted. So I don't think that's really going to come into play. It's really only, what do we got here, a 35 lap or 45 lap stage.
Yep, here we go. Got Parsons is a pretty strong driver as well. Him and Montgomery both pretty strong, so I expect good things out of him. Brian Chu looks real good tonight as well. Shane Trotter, we know he brings speed. He just needs to get some consistency. He's always got speed. He just needs to calm down and get a finish.
Parsons,
you're right, Josh says you can't stop the animal. You're right.
You can't stop the animal. I got to get the YouTube chat up. Yeah, Parsons with a good jump right there. Montgomery falls back a little bit. Here comes Trotter. Trotter up 17 spots. Actually, Trotter up 35 spots. Started way back in 38th. He's up to 3rd right now after shortcutting there, the undercutting the stage. Look at Scruggs all the way up to 4th already.
Yeah, Scruggs showing some good speed after this restart, all the way back up to 4th. See Kyle Hess on the inside there, Chu on the outside. So we are in hot pursuit of Hunter Parsons, Montgomery, and Trotter right now with Dustin Scruggs. He was able to negotiate that traffic a little better than Freeman.
Now we're going to get ourselves a battle for the lead here right now. Parsons, Trotter right there on the back bumper of the 91. Here comes the 24. The 24 of Montgomery gets a good drive into the corner right there. Has to get out of the throttle. That's going to cost him some momentum there off. That's going to let Trotter get back by him on the outside for second. But here comes Scruggs. Scruggs has got a fast truck. And that number 11, he's got a good hot rod. He's catching these top 3 in a hurry.
He absolutely is. And as we said, we're going to we're going 45 laps this time. So That'll take us to what, lap 75, I believe. So
If my
a
math
little
is
ways
correct.
to go on this run.
Little action
And
going
Trotter,
back here.
Trotter gonna put a try for the lead here pretty quick. Look at this pile. Woo-wee. Everybody know everybody's breaking points. Here they go, fanning out again, 4 or 5 wide. Everybody able to gather it back up. Test way up against the wall trying to get this run off.
All right, we take a look at the 11 of Scruggs. He's got to run up underneath Montgomery to get himself back into the top 3. Gonna make it look easy. He's gonna slide up off the final corner across start finish line. Scruggs looking to get another spot. He's not done yet. He's underneath Trotter.
Yeah, he's making his way in a hurry. Wants that clean air. That's what they all want. But you can see that truck's really, really rotating well. Even on the flat 1 and 2, he's able to stick the bottom. Trotter kicks the rear end out just a bit. But man, Shane is driving it way, way in right here. I don't know if that's going to help or hurt.
3 wide right here. Scruggs way down on the bottom of the racetrack looking to get by Trotter and Parsons. They're gonna make a little contact right there.
No!
Parsons into the outside fence. Here comes Montgomery's going to get back by him, but that's going to take Scruggs side by side with Trotter now for the lead.
Yeah, that's that issue. When you spread out, you still have to get back in line before you get into the corner. And 3 wide, just a little bit, I don't know, just a little sketchy right there. I don't look like it hurt Parsons' truck too much. But we will have to wait and see on that.
It doesn't take much, especially what we see and what really happens in the truck. Doesn't take much to get into that outside fence, maybe even a tire rod or something like that. But Parsons, look like he's getting it back together, able to gather it buck up. I don't see too much damage on the right front of that 91.
No, I think maybe just got a little scratchy scratch on the right side there. Not too bad. Montgomery, here comes Freeman starting to catch the 24 machine, the cold trickle machine. Inside goes John Freeman. And I'm going to assume he's going to get the pass done here fairly quickly. But this drive off on this corner, you never know.
Freeman trying to get back up here to the front. Picked up the win in stage number 1. Looked like he maybe didn't have a great of a pit stop. He tried to follow Scruggs up through the field, but not able to as he's still fighting his way through traffic. Up to 4th, though, as Scruggs has now taken the lead from Trotter and starting to set sail.
Yeah, Scruggs is starting to really gap it. That's 4/10 in just a couple laps. Yeah, like I said, Parsons is still hanging there, though. He's not going anywhere. But these battles, Montgomery, Newton, Adam Newton's trying to get past him now, too. So look for the Bulldog. He had a really, really disappointing race at Homestead. He was our points leader at that point, and then not a good run at Homestead. So look for him to make amends tonight. He's working on that right now in that 19 machine.
Go back here a little further, battle for 12th and 13th. You see Brandon Broadfoot up on the outside of Brady. Brandon running up in the top 3 for the early part of this race. Falling back here out of the top 10 right now to 13th. And Brady having a good run there on the bottom of the racetrack in the 5. But Brandon with a great run off at turn number, what are we calling that? We call that 2?
That's 2.
Down the back straightaway.
It is 2 now. See, Mark Cofield got really, really loose. Going to cost him a couple of positions. Brady fighting back against Broadfoot on the inside there as we fan out again. Ryan Chu all the way to the bottom. He's going to make his way back up. No issues there. This is where you can shine on this high side. That is for sure as we're transitioning into darkness, it looks like. So this whole track's going to get completely different a little bit. Track temp 98 degrees right now, so I expect that to go down. Grip level come up. Probably make these trucks a little tighter, to be honest, Chris.
Definitely going to tighten the truck up once if it gets a little darker. You can see the clouds up above shading over the racetrack. 2 contact right there between the 29 and who is that on the inside? It looks like
I think Devin in the 27.
over 3 wide. 3 wide off the corner. As we take a look at Bevan here on the 27. Newton in the 19 is going to find his way around Parsons at 4th. Freeman, actually we missed that pass up here in the front. Freeman's made his way back up to 3rd.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Shane Trotter right now. As I said, he always brings speed. Can he bring patience? And if he starts to bring some patience, guys are going to have to look out for him because he's always fast. But here comes Freeman. Dominated the first stage. I believe he led every lap of the first stage, won the first stage. He's starting to move himself back. Still got plenty of time to get there before the end of this stage, Chris.
Yeah, and you can see Freeman's progression right here up front. Fell way down to 22nd there on the pit stop. He's crawled himself back up to the front now. He did lead. I thought my stats had laps led on. Yeah, there's 30. He did lead 31 laps earlier.
Yeah, I thought he had led every lap. Here you go. He's getting a good run on Trotter. Probably going to take another lap or two to complete the pass. See the 19 coming, see the 38 back there as well. Those are two of the favorites that I would have put up into the jar if I had to put a bet on this one. But Scruggs still able to, it hasn't grown a ton. It's 6/10. I thought he was going to drive away, but it's kind of stabilized. He's probably saving a little and trying to keep the lead, you know. Try not to overdrive it too early, but Freeman is going to start creeping up on that back door soon.
Yeah, Freeman up on the outside of Trotter right here for second. Scruggs hoping to run side by side for a while. He wants to get away, but Freeman makes it look easy. He gets up on the outside of Trotter. Only takes him a couple of corners. Freeman back to second, and he's got his sights now on the 11 truck. He wants to get back to the front, go back-to-back stage wins here. So Freeman now to second after our pit stops here after stage one.
A great run off the corner there out of Newton. He drove it way low onto the apron. Him and Tiny Horse both going to make quick work of Shane Trotter. And all the cream is starting to come to the top, boys, because right behind Trotter now, Keith Bradley as well. So we're going to have a race breakout on our hands here in a little bit.
Yeah, and Trotter, the furthest driver up to the front that made that early pit stop before the stage was over, got caution. Caution, it looks like back here with Francis.
Yeah, the 10 of Francis sitting still, and he's got the 7 there of Woodward. Just have to see if we got some contact made. Somebody got some help. We'll just have to wait and see what happened.
Damage on both ends of the 10 truck right there. Francis, the front end tore up. You can see the left rear also got some damage on it. Let's go back and see if we can see what happened here to Francis. Got the 7 of Woodward right there in front of him.
See if we get a dive bomb and a slide up, or what
oh, it's
we
the
get.
8 truck.
Oh, Hartwig.
Hardwick comes down across the nose of the 10. Hard contact there from Francis into the outside wall.
Yeah, that was way too late. There's nothing he could do there.
See, we take a look at that one more time from the. Let's look at the roll bar cam here of Francis. Oh, that's going to be the in-car. I wanted the roll bar cam. There we go.
Oh, I see roll bars. It's all good.
I'd say those roll bars in that image.
Yeah, but you see this real late move here. It's like, oh my God, there's nowhere to go.
And actually,
locks up the brakes.
You know, I again right there from that angle, it almost looked like there was a little gap between the trucks. So I don't know if
it did.
I don't know if Francis maybe tried to turn away from it, or we've been seeing a lot more net code recently at a lot of the races that we've been covering, and it just I don't know if it's gotten worse after the last update, but kind of what I have to deal with on the Sims sometimes as looks like Francis and Woodward both make their way down pit road to try to get some repairs.
Yeah, I don't know if that was pure net code or if he just locked the brakes, because it was a real late move out of Hartwig. I mean, that's something you have a little more awareness than that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he probably locked him up, maybe just lost control there, and it cost both those guys, but hopefully they can get it put back together. I got several takers on pit road again, because there was 5 extra sets of tires over the wall, so looks like several people are taking advantage of that right here on lap 53, starting with Shane Trotter, LaBeouf, Broadfoot, Parsons, Morton, Montgomery, Cherry, several guys down pit road trying to see if they can do something at the end of this stage with the new shoes.
Yeah, pit road is busy down here. You can see Woodward getting some repairs done down here in the 7 still. Here comes the 10 off. Francis coming off at pit road. So we'll see who stays down. I think we had 45 lap stage here, so fuel's not going to be a problem. As we were talking earlier, we were talking about between 40 and 48 probably. So everybody's going to be able to go the distance here on fuel. But these guys right here that are pitting right now, I don't really see the advantage other than maybe getting some repairs done at this point.
Well, I mean, all the way back in the 21st. The first guy that pitted is in 21st. So
and that was Dustin Scruggs.
Yeah, that was the leader. So he's pretty good with the strategy. We'll have to wait, but he's going to have to really, really work. But now he's in a squirrel nest, right? So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Well, I'm usually, when I start talking about strategy in the NASCAR races of any cup or truck or whatever it might be, I'm usually wrong. And these guys got a lot more experience out here than I do in the sim, and I can guarantee you that Scruggs knows what he's doing, so he's going to probably charge back through the field here. But I mean, we're still going to have to pit at the stage break for fuel to be able to get rolling here up into the final 75 laps. We got green flag in the air here again, Mike.
Yeah, and that's letting Freeman get away. Tiny Horse, he's there with Newton, Bradley. Brian Chu, Isaac Bevan, that might be Brandon Schumann, worked his way up into 7th. Got Keith Haney all the way from the back up 30 spots. He's upside the top 10 right now. We'll see if anybody's got anything for Freeman now that these guys got a little better clean air. That's going to matter here. It's not a huge aero track, but you can dump air on people's noses here and get them to not do what they want to do.
Oh, sure, you can get up alongside of a guy and affect the way his truck's handling. Look at Bradley way down on the bottom of the racetrack, 3 wide off it, out of the trial bush section right there. Johnson kind of in the middle of the sandwich. He's going to be able to get a nose out in front right there. Good 3x3 through turn number 2. Good 3 wide racing right there. Some great awareness by these 3 drivers we're watching right now on the racetrack. That's Newton, Johnson, and Bradley. Oh, then as I say that,
no.
around goes Johnson off the nose. And they're going to get into the outside wall. And we're piling up everywhere on the racetrack.
Oh, here we go. We got Sacco and Chu and Hartwick, and we know we got Johnson. We know we got Bradley. That was very, very odd.
We got about 8 trucks piled into this one here. I think they just started with contact there with Johnson. Let's see if we can go look at it here real quick. Got to find the right truck on the racetrack here.
Yeah, the 38 machine. Here we go. I mean, this is just very, very odd. This would be a really good shot. Did somebody drift up? Yes. Keith Bradley just a bit up, trying to set up the corner just a little bit. That's just so odd for Keith right there. But there you go. Yeah, Isaac Bevan gets some. Then, like I said, Sacco, Hartwick, several guys getting involved.
I think the rest of these drivers coming into this right here don't really see what's happening in front of them. It's going to start another Broadfoot getting to the back of the 93. The 8 truck turned around there on the bottom of the racetrack. So looks like we had about half a dozen cars here or so all piled into this one.
Yeah, and that just helps out John Freeman. He just gets away. It probably helps out Dustin Scruggs. I'll see where he's at now. He's all the way to 9th after that. So that's really helped out Dustin right there. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take another real quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one. Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one. Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription option.
All right, here we go. We're just lined back up. Back at Phoenix, we've got 15 laps to complete stage 2. We've got Freeman, Newton, Maurer, Bevan, all these folks. They're just up here in the front runners. Got Nate Maurer. Yeah, the 971. Yeah, 971. There's Nate Maurer. He's going to shut the door on Bevan. Yeah, I got the 87 of Haney on the inside of him. Here comes Brady LaBeouf, Mark Morton. Several fast boys starting to make their way to the front. We'll have to see how much. Oh, just made that look easy on those new shoes. Wow. Oh, he's sliding up. Good. Yeah, that was close. They had LaBeouf sliding up the track just a little bit. Let's see if Morton's going to decide he wants to go 3 wide. Nope. Got Bevan kind of running the middle. Morton to see if he can put a little shove to LaBeouf, move him up forward as Freeman is out to a 0.4 of a second lead. Oh, LaBeouf up the track again. Yeah, able to make the pass. He's going to bring the 3 of Morton with him. Freeman is stretching the lead all the while. Oh, here we go again. Got Montgomery. Oh, he just got a piece of somebody else. Ugh. I don't know why that. Yeah, we'll have to take a look. I just don't understand what's going on these backstretch today. Oh, it was Trotter. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it looked like he bounced the wall here. 17. Yeah. Can't quite tell the number there. That might have been Mathis in a new paint job, but I don't think so. I just couldn't quite tell who that was. I got a little piece there. But, I mean, no Sacco, that's the second time he's been involved. Curtis Banks, second time involved. All right, well, we'll bring in Mr. Wesley Outland, all the way back from assignment. Good football game, I assume, buddy.
Probably one of the longest JV football games I think I've ever done in my career. It took about 2 hours to do the first half, but 55-0, it was a win for the team that I broadcast for. So, yeah, that running clock helped make the game go by a lot quicker. If it didn't, it probably would be 11 o'clock when the game ended. So, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you for covering for me. Thank you, Chris Murphy, being able to step in tonight on the production side of things. And Phoenix, looks like it's been a yellow flag fever tonight, you feel? What do you think?
Well, we had a good long run for a while, but we're just having some weird things happen, like wrecks on the back stretch. It hasn't been the dog leg. It's just been, you know, a little bit of contact or even the N-word, not sure, a couple times.
There you go. So 67 of 150 laps, 6 caution flags so far to halt the race. But right now, John Freeman showing the way to lead, obviously, over Adam Newton, Dustin Scruggs, Nate Maurer, Brady LaBeouf, the top 5. And again, just continuing to cycle around here. This track at Phoenix, you know, it's amazing how they changed the configuration around, you know, Michael, and the type of racing that you end up singing because of it. Same track as before, it's just a different configuration, and it makes you race differently around this place.
Yeah, no question about it. We're getting ready to go back to green here, but yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, everything is just different than it used to be.
Yeah, that dog leg coming through the start-finish line, hitting that dog leg going into turn number 1 and 2 is quite it's very eventful for sure. I don't want to say dangerous, but it is eventful. As Pace Truck is onto the pit lane, here comes the field back inside the restart zone through turn 3 and 4. And there's that dog leg I was telling you about as we are back to green flag racing. Freeman on the gas, gone. He's got Newton, Scruggs, and Maurer right behind him. It's Michael, they'll sell it off at speed into turn number 1.
Absolutely. One stage 1, John Freeman. There he is. He's back here again. But we've seen the Bulldog climb all the way up. We've seen Scruggs all night up front. We saw Johnson and Bradley get into a little kerfuffle. They're trying to work their way back. But Freeman has been the class of the field thus far tonight, wasn't he?
Yeah, right now, here comes the field working their way back across the start-finish line, if you will. The laps continuing to tick away here. 81 to go. Less than 10 laps remaining. 6 actually left to go in stage number 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. And all the while, it is Freeman in the lead, but there's Scruggs. Scruggs has had some success of late in the Monday series with the NASRA DSR Truck Series. Remember, their playoffs or chase started on Monday in Daytona. But right now, we're watching these guys work their way back into the corner again, and it is Freeman holding on to the scrum of the dog leg as they work back into the corner.
Yeah, look at that thing. There were guys everywhere, but you were discussing Scruggs dominating win at Homestead last week, showing the confidence, able to work himself up, and he does have better tires than Freeman right now. He pitted about 21 laps after Freeman, so he's going to put up a fight and try to get this stage win away.
Yeah, all the while, here comes Freeman. Scruggs, though, is getting closer and closer. He's trying to make a run down on the inside. He's going to make a run for the lead here. Top 2 trucks now beginning to pull away from one another as they're going to get door to door. LaBeouf and Newton and Broadfoot having a battle in the top 5. This is a battle for the lead into 3 again.
Yeah, a lot of the players we saw in stage 1 after the track position got flipped coming back through, as you said, Broadfoot. But what a battle we have here for this stage win. Scruggs not going to give an inch. Freeman's not going to give an inch. It's who can get the runoff off of this corner right here. Freeman pinching down Scruggs. That's what I've been waiting to see. He's pinching him down, holding him down, Wesley, trying not to let him get that run.
It certainly is right now as we again work our way coming across the stripe now. 3 make it 2 to go in stage 2. Freeman under attack now. This is the battle for the lead for the stage points as Freeman now holding his own, but Scruggs is on the inside as they come out of the dog leg.
Now, once again, same thing. Freeman kind of holding him down here, able to drive it in a little deeper on the gas about the same time. So Scruggs doing a real good job just to hang there. Will he be able to get a little bit of side draft? No, not quite, but whoa, what a pinch. That's a Vulcan death grip, Wesley.
Final lap here as they'll come to the line. 1 more lap to go. Scruggs down way below the apron of the racetrack. Brady LaBeouf will follow, and Mimic can do the same thing. He'll go to the top of the racetrack. Scruggs on the inside. He's there. Freeman up top. Can he hold him off? They're working their way around the corner for the final lap in stage 2.
Yeah, look for Dustin to drive this one in there this time. Maybe try to run Freeman up the track. We'll see. Yeah, John not going to give him the room to do it. Great defensive move, but look at LaBeouf out of nowhere. So close.
Give the stage. John Freeman battling back.
Yeah, he has been the class of the show so far, Wesley. He led every lap stage 1. He's led the most laps tonight. I mean, he's just looking fantastic to see Matthew Cummins receiving a little meatball flag there. Not sure what happened, but maybe a little engine damage. But yeah, congratulations to John Freeman for sure. Yeah, Cummins got a little blown motor.
And what a way to go for John Freeman. Able to find his way to complete that last battle charge there with, of course, hot and heavy Dustin Scruggs coming after him. But when it's all said and done here in the ButtKicker 150, it will be stage number 2, and it will go to the driver of John Freeman. And we got everybody coming down to the pit lane here. Look at this. Pit stops are happening here, Michael.
Yeah, it looks like may have one taker staying out. That might be Keith Haney trying to get him some track position. Looks like he is staying out, but the rest of the field, everybody down for service.
Keith Haney and others coming down, getting service done, and we're going to try to see if we can grab John Freeman after he makes his pit stop. Check in with him and get his thoughts for RVM winning stage number 1. There's Freeman. We'll wait for him to make the pit exit, and when he does, we'll bring him in the booth real quickly. John Freeman is the broadcast booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, man, congratulations on your stage win. Looking really good right there. The battle holding off Scruggs. I know he beat you out on the pit road, but you held him off to get those 10 important stage points.
Yeah, man. Truck's really good tonight. And let's just see if we can bring it home in one piece. We've had speed all year, but I've had some issues with finishing off races.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, John. Just hope your luck stays out tonight. 'Cause you right now, I mean, obviously you're the fast man on the truck, both stages. Just seems great. You're enjoying the 110% horsepower. I like it.
Yes, sir. It makes it a lot of fun. I'm glad they did that. This was a great decision by the league and everybody in it.
There you go. Well, good luck the rest of the way, ladies and gentlemen, for RVM Esports. That is John Freeman. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we get you ready for the restart and stage number 3 of the ButtKicker 150, the NASRA Cops Truck Series from Phoenix. Stay with us.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and...
Back here at the Cops Truck Series, the field will make their way back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts restart zone. Green flag back in the air. This is the third and final stage. 71 laps to go in the dog leg. They go into turn number 1, Michael.
Yeah, here we go. Scruggs got a good start on Haney there. LaBeouf as well. You look at this move by Scruggs. Just a power move to the outside. He's going to put the pressure on much newer tires, 11-lap newer tires. All these guys behind Haney stayed out. I don't know. I have to check the rules. I don't know if they go, oh, easy, Keith. Sliding up the truck into Bevan. Hang on to it, buddy.
Boy, what an awesome camera angle from that view from high above the tower from start and finish. That was a scramble that could have become a scrum and a kerfluffle that did not become that right now. Oh, we do got trouble. Stuck on the outside wall. No, Schumann crashes. The 20's involved. The 86 Hess is caught up in it. Other trucks wrecking, and the yellow flag will come out here. Oh, no.
Mark Cofield,
there's Cherry, Blanchard.
Wow. Everybody trying to get what they can get.
That is a multi-truck accident with a lot of names involved. Here we go. Here's a replay, and I thought they were going to actually avoid the scramble, but there's the contact between Schumann and Cofield. That's the chain reaction right there, Michael McKinnon, that started the big wreck there in turn number 1 of the dog leg.
Absolutely, Wesley. It looked like Cofield bounced off the wall just a little bit, came down, hooked Schumann, and then, man, it was on. There's several people involved in that accident.
So many names. Let's recap it for you. It started, obviously, with Mark Cofield and Brandon Schumann. Kyle Hess got collected. So did Chris Blanchard. Curtis Banks got a piece of it. So did Matt Cherry, Tyler Justice, Anthony Mathis, all involved in a big crash here, going out of the dog leg, entering turn number 1. And again, wild spots happening there. And by the way, if I'm Keith Haney right now, I don't know why I'm not pitting. I mean, okay, he did pit at lap 66. Everybody else pitted at lap 77. But you could really tell how the tire fall off is even affecting him just 10 laps difference. I mean, it shows.
Yeah, it showed up almost instantaneously as they got taken off there. But him and Broadfoot, they're both going to try to keep it out here. There was plenty of sets of tires. They had 5 over the wall tonight. So I'm with you. I'm not sure why. You kind of got your track position. I guess you want to keep it, but at some point you're going to have to come on down and take those shoes.
There is a look at the lap leaders and how many laps that the top 4 have led. John Freeman, 56. He's in 4th right now. Dustin Scruggs has led 17. He is the new leader. Hunter Parsons has led 8 laps. He's in 8th, ironically. And Keith Haney has led 2 laps. He currently is in 6th on 10-lap older tires than the rest of the field. One to go. Michael, we're getting ready to go back to green here, man.
Yeah, they've been quick cautions tonight. Like I said, just some odd situations. You don't usually see a lot of wall riding here, but that was even before 1, so just kind of odd. Shooting up too hard off of that dog leg, I guess. Like you said, that will cause all kinds of problems. It's bumpy, it's nasty down there.
So the roll call for the top 10 will find Dustin Scruggs, Brady LaBeouf on the front row. Adam Newton, John Freeman on row number 2. Remember, John Freeman has dominated the first 2 stages of the race for BVM Motorsports. Isaac Bevan alongside. He's coming off a by way of road course win 2 weeks in a row, the Red Bull Ring, as well as on Tuesday night at COTA. Keith Haney alongside the ARCA points leader, Keith Haney, for the Pulse Popper Series. Brandon Broadfoot, Hunter Parsons, Mark Morton, Jeffrey Johnson in your top 10. They are coming back under caution. No green. I don't know what happened. I thought we were taking the green
happened
flag.
there? Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, they called it off.
Somebody not lined up correctly, I guess.
Yeah.
Going to be a quickie caution. I don't even see the lights on the truck. Oh, 20 of Schumann possibly could have, yeah, he might have expired on the track. That was a good build-up, though, Wesley.
Yes, it was.
I was feeling good about it. Yeah, shout out to Brady LaBeouf here. He's been able to hold his own with all these boys tonight.
Pace truck this time will now drop onto the pit lane. We'll get ready to try to get him back started again. Scruggs and LaBeouf, that's a Toyota Chevrolet on the front row. 85 of 150 laps, ladies and gentlemen, back into the O'Reilly Auto Parts restart zone. 65 to go as we go back to racing here at Phoenix.
Yeah, great jump out of Scruggs right there. LaBeouf able to get away just enough. Oh, we got guys into the wall a little bit. Here comes the Bulldog. We haven't talked about Adam Newton a lot tonight. Just didn't have a good week last week, but again, here comes John Freeman. He has just got something figured out at this track tonight, Wesley.
Big scramble, and we're crashing again. Racing again and crashing again. And Keith Bradley, the animals crashed. Keith Bradley wrecking the Lawrenceburg, Indiana driver. The animals, something happened to the 29, the Daytona winner.
Yeah, he had an earlier issue. Him and Tiny Horse got locked together. Let's see what we got here. Trying to negotiate all this traffic in the squirrel's nest. And just gets a piece of wall, so it looks like maybe misjudged a braking point. You see Jeremiah Holt on the inside. There goes Zimmerman outside, Cody Knott, Mathis. Most guys able to get their way around. Oh, except for right there. Brian Chu got another little piece.
Bradley spun there, and not many more drivers involved. We're seeing drivers do coming back down to the pit lane, though. All right, well, pit stops.
More pit stops.
Yeah, we didn't take a lot of commercials the last go around. We had to cut back actually before green. So let's step away and take some more commercials. We got to thank our partners. Chris Murphy doing a bang up job, by the way. DRSN, he does a phenomenal job with all the races he does. And I did a big race with him back during the winter time, and glad he's on production filling in for Cody and Dean. We're going to take a break, and we'll thank some commercials back in a moment. Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime. Back here at Phoenix, the field will get ready to come back to the restart zone as the pace truck is onto the pit lane. By the way, if you didn't notice, the pace truck enters on the back stretch down into turn number 2. That long back straightaway, and then that is actually where pit road and pit exit is, all the way on the other side of where the dog leg. So there you see it. It's very unique, but we are getting ready to bring the field now back to 3 and 4. Into the middle of the diamond of the corner in 3 and 4 is the restart zone, and we are back to green flag. Back to racing here at Phoenix as we close in on 60 to go.
Yeah, 60 laps coming up pretty quickly here, but you see the Bulldog out there. He's got Freeman right behind him. Brady LaBeouf doing a great job hanging in on the bottom right there. He got Broadfoot moving up. He's just been there all night. Just won't go away. A little wall contact, you see.
All this going on again as we are watching the driver of Dustin Scruggs holding onto that top spot. He leads the way. Scruggs and Brady LaBeouf. I'll tell you what, man, don't count out Brady LaBeouf, Michael. He is getting better and better. We know how good of a driver this guy is. Not only the boss of NASRA, but, you know, obviously he's a talent. He's been on a slump lately, though. Up 7 spots. He's in 4th. He started 11th, as you see on the telemetry down below. But, man, Brady LaBeouf is right there hanging with him with 60 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, I'm real impressed with Brady the last couple races because he's so busy. You know he doesn't have a lot of time to put into the practicing. But, oh, he's not going to let Freeman pinch him down. Up the track he goes. That's going to open the door for Broadfoot.
Back stretch now, somebody scraping off the wall. A couple of trucks, for that matter, actually bouncing off of the safer barrier. Isaac Bevan, Mark Morton, it looked like it, now down to the inside, battling. Here comes now Brandon Broadfoot, losing some spots. Started the race in 4th. He's now in 5th, and he's looking for truck number 5 with Love to get around him as they go into 3.
Yeah, he's using a line I just don't see very many people use out of 3 and 4. He's been way up high out of 3 and 4. It's surprising that the grip level's high enough up there, but we're starting to see the Bulldog. We'll see if he can catch up, but here comes the fastest man all night. Freeman, he's going to put a move on Adam on the inside here and see if he can get himself up at Scruggs.
And by the way, it's Dustin Scruggs now up in front. It was him and Freeman battling at the end of that stage as John Freeman winning stage 1 and 2. Right now, Scruggs now having the opportunity to lead in the gold number 11 Toyota. He's out in front as there's a battle now. Freeman going after Adam Newton, the Bulldog. LaBeouf watches on and they go into 3.
Yeah, these guys caught right back up. Here comes Mark Morton into the picture. Haven't called him a lot tonight. We know he's got speed. Isaac Bevan's hanging right back there, but one of these guys makes a little mistake. Well, here goes Morton. He's going to put the pressure on Broadfoot immediately right here. What a run.
Dustin Scruggs, John Freeman, Adam Newton, Toyota, Chevrolet, Ram. You don't go all the way down the scoring pylon until you find a Ford on the track. And actually, correction, there's not a damn Ford out there at all.
I don't see
no
one.
Fords racing whatsoever. So only Toyota, Ram, and Dodge, and Chevrolet, and it is Scruggs, Newton, Freeman, the law firm, as they work to the dog leg, heading to double nickel remaining.
You know what it is, Wesley? I think they put so many resources into the F1 engines and all that. I think they just gave up on trying to do this, right?
I guess, my friend. That's kind of crazy. I could see a Ford, right? I mean, come on. You know.
That is crazy.
Plus, he was telling me when we came on the air, right, that they drivers got, what, 110 horsepower, 110% horsepower. So
yeah,
that extra 10%, what does that really do for this truck? Is now Cody Knott now climbing into the top 25. He's 22nd, started 34th.
Well, I'll tell you what I was told by a couple drivers before the race, because with a lot of times you will shift in 1 and 2 as the run goes on, and I was told that was pretty much out of here tonight because the extra power when you downshifted, it would just give you too much wheel spin leaving the corner. So that will be a difference for several of these guys.
Yeah. Nonetheless, it is Scruggs in the lead. Now John Freeman around Newton for second as they work back into the corner.
He was in a 4-wheel slide all the way around the Bulldog, just able to hold on to it. And then here he comes. He's going to be digging hard for Scruggs here. Everyone on equal footing. Oh, we got a yellow.
Yeah, we got trouble. It's Keith Bradley again. Eric Zimmerman.
Say,
couple of trucks now looking at one another, northbound and a southbound lane. Nose to nose, having a discussion probably about afternoon dinner. Caution out here. And Zimmerman, another driver that's one of the originals of NASRA, along with Keith Bradley with a problem on the racetrack. It is another yellow flag here. Here's a replay.
Yeah, he just got a little loose. I think Keith thought he had a gap there, and then they just closed up. We've seen Zimmerman. He went around earlier, had some damage. But yeah, he's just not having the race he envisioned for himself. But he just got a little loose off the corner and walked it up the track and right into the front end of Keith Bradley.
Shane Trotter now being shown as a new leader because a lot of drivers are on pit road. What do you think, Michael McKinnon? Buddy, stop here.
It could be. I mean, we can go 45 to 50 on fuel. So if we get a couple cautions, this could be the money stop. But as I said, 5 sets over the wall. This is a lot of people's 4th stop. So probably still another set in there. But we'll just have to wait and see here, because if it goes green, this is going to be real close on the fuel.
Shane Trotter rolling the dice. We got a replay of this one more time. Watch this. This is on board with Keith Bradley. Zimmerman up in front of the Mid-Atlantic 94 Chevrolet. I got to wonder, oh yeah, there it is. Oh man. I don't want to say Bradley did that intentionally. I just think he thought he had a run. All of a sudden, Zimmerman climbed up and he didn't realize the 29 was there, and the 29, he just didn't lift.
Yeah, that's exactly right. As I said, he got a little wiggle, walked it up the track right into Keith. Keith had a huge run there. It's just, yeah, unfortunate. That's about all I got to say for it.
Another caution out. Shane Trotter, by the way, the man that leads the way. Hunter Parsons second. Dustin Scruggs right now third of the podium. By the way, don't forget to join Michael and Chris coming up for post-race. I got another broadcast obligation as soon as we finish up with this one. I never stop. Coming up as Shane Trotter is currently the man that is leading the way as we are 50 laps to go. Michael, Shane coming down pit road at lap 77, not pitting when everyone else did at lap 99. You know, you got 99 problems, but not pitting ain't one. Do you feel Shane Trotter is going to be okay not being able to pit yet? 20 laps on older tires, one to go at the line?
I think he's in trouble right here. You want to know the truth, but I think he's just trying to save that late set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey, by the way, don't forget, join us Monday night, DSR Electric Truck Series. Tuesday night, the Prosper Engineering Endurance Series. Now, they're off next Tuesday night. Their next race is in 2 weeks, the penultimate race of season number 1. That, of course, will be at Long Beach Street Road Course. And then, of course, the Wednesday night, the playoffs started last night at Kentucky, the Pulse Popper ARCA Series. And then, of course, the Cops Truck Series, obviously for NASRA, where it all started on Friday nights, now on Thursdays, Monday through Thursday, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, the home of the NASRA 360 Racing Network, as well as on CRN for races as well. About to wrap up our 10th caution, lap number 102 on the board. When they come back to the green flag, it'll be 48 laps to go, and they are quickly approaching the green flag here, Michael.
Yeah, I can't wait to get us back underway. But yeah, this race is moving right along, even though we have had that many cautions. It's just been odd cautions tonight. I don't know, just kind of odd. We've had some nose cutting. We've had a little bit of everything, but just some odd situations where guys are being caught up.
Shane Trotter up 37 spots to the lead. Hunter Parsons back in second, up 6 spots. John Freeman, stage 1 and 2 winner. He's in third. Dustin Scruggs, Adam Newton, top 5. They're in the gas. Green flag back out here at Phoenix Raceway, and they will send it back to the dogleg again. 3, 4, 5 wide. If you're crazy enough, you can go for it. And look at now Trotter actually hanging his own in turn number 2 on the restart.
Yeah, had a really good restart, but is Freeman going to push this 3 wide? No, he thinks better of it. See on the inside, Scruggs right there. You got Adam Newton on the outside. But Hunter's going to dive it down in. Now they were going to think about 3 wide because Shane way up the track. This is probably going to cost me 2 to 3 positions possibly.
Yeah, thought about trying to go 3 wide. Trotter up on the high side, and now he opens the door for Freeman and Parsons. Where in the world did Hunter Parsons come from? He's now up 6 spots, fighting for the lead as they work the back straightaway.
Yeah, so he got a little bit loose on the exit right there. Freeman able to get away. Scruggs all the while. I mean, Shane driving this thing insanely deep in 3 and 4, running up the track right here, but it's working for him a little bit. I'm so shocked how deep he drove it in early in the race, still doing the same thing.
Freeman, Parsons, Scruggs, Newton, and Trotter. Top 5, that's the way it stands right now. Then there's a big gaggle of traffic again as they begin to fight and claw for that spot now. Freeman pulling away from everybody now as he works his way back into turn number 3. This guy's trying to run the table, if you will, at Virtual Phoenix out of 4.
Absolutely running a table, and if these guys don't get it shuffled out correctly on that table, he is 3/10 faster than them while they were fighting. Scruggs finally able to make work of Hunter Parsons. He'll set sail and head for a free.
Oh boy, watch this again now. John Freeman absolutely gone again. Now watch this. Here comes Parsons losing ground. He opens the door now to Adam Newton on the bottom. Adam Newton will go to the bottom. He'll carry down the number 3 of Mark Morton with him, and he's on the bottom of the apron. Look at him in the dog leg, and Brady LaBeouf says full speed ahead as they dive into 1 and 2.
Oh, we had a gaggle there, and there goes Bevan. Can he save it? Able to save it. Yeah, him and LaBeouf almost went for a simultaneous spin. That lets Maurer by. Here comes Ryan Johnson by. That really cost Bevan a lot right there, Wesley.
It really did, and somehow, some way, they were able to still be able to keep it going and lose momentum some, gain some for others, as right now Brady LaBeouf has fell back all the way to 9th. About 3 laps ago, he was in the top 3, top 5. He's now got to regroup. Here comes now Morton going on the inside of Newton as they work the back straightaway.
Yeah, Morton's showing some real good pace here later in the race right here, but of course in the 19, he's having a little bit of redemption from last week, trying to work his way up, running that middle lane. That helps the runoff here, but it does kind of hurt those tires as you go.
Out right now, John Freeman in that top spot. He is up in front. Dustin Scruggs back to 2nd. Adam Newton up 3rd. Mark Newton and Willis Hunter Parsons top 5. They're all right now working on the bottom of the back straightaway. Here comes the Bass Pro Shops Club Toyota. It's Morton on the inside of the Bulldog as they dive into turn 3. They're door to door.
Yeah, sporting that Austin Dillon paint scheme right here, putting the battle right to the 19, and that's letting Hunter Parsons keep pace with these guys. They were able to dispatch him a little bit, but this battle is just bringing Hunter right back into the mix with it.
They are rocking, they are rolling, they are juking, they are jiving on the virtual dog leg that is Phoenix Raceway. Closing in now on 40 laps to go. Freeman trying to run the table, if you will. He is up in front. Scruggs now in 2nd, but look at this battle. It is a scram coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, I got to start watching that front. I'm just watching lap time. Scruggs consistently a little faster. Not much that time, but a little quicker than Freeman over and over again. Like I said, coming off that win last weekend, or last Thursday, I should say, he's got to be feeling really good.
All this going on now in the back straightaway as they dive into turn number 3 again. John Freeman continuing to hold on to his spot. He leads the way. It is Dustin Scruggs 2nd, Mark Morton 3rd, Adam Newton, Hunter Parsons, your top 5. They are single file now. Things begin to simmer down just a little bit as, nope, not a check that. Hashtag fake news. Here comes Scruggs. He'll go to the outside and battle Freeman for the lead as they work on it too.
Yeah, I think he wanted a cross over there, not able to get it. And I do have to say one thing. Hello, Josh Suss. Thank you for being in the group there. He said, hi, Mike. I say hello back. Well, we got this great action going in the front. I mean, Mark Morton seems to have the pace to fight anybody right now.
And right now, indeed, 38 laps to go now. Under 40 remaining. It is Freeman to the lead. Scruggs in 2nd. Morton 3rd. Everybody single file. Look at this now battle going on in the back of the pack. It is these guys going at it in the top 20 or top 15 for that matter. They got to try to get up here and make a battle here. And look at the number 10 diving down to the inside, battling the 27 of Isaac Bevan. Isaac Bevan now losing some ground as they work their way back into the corner on Nate Maurer.
Yeah, you see Francis working there. Cherry off of, he got damaged early. Ed Osborne's in this. Nathan Maurer's in this. I don't know what happened to Nate. He was running up front just a little bit ago, now back to 14th, but probably working his way back up here soon. That's what he does. See Bevan getting a piece of the wall again right there, Wesley. I mean, these guys, they're starting to have a little trouble coming out of 1 and 2.
Single 5, top 3 in their own little battle. Then you've got 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th right there, single file. And behind them, oh, it's chaos. One wrong slip, we might see a truck or more in the defense. All the while, 35 laps to go, and it is still Freeman in the lead. There goes the tiny horse, Ryan Johnson. already now making a move for the number 5 in LaBeouf. Here comes Tiny Horse. You know, Ryan, patiently, we always say this about this guy, John, as John Freeman still leads, but Ryan Johnson, Michael, when it comes down to the end, somehow the Tiny Horse climbs up there and he makes a rally. He's doing the same thing again here.
Yeah, he was up front early. Him and Keith Bradley were running third and fourth. They got tangled together on the backstretch. He had some damage. He was able to keep it on the lead lap, but he's starting to make a move on LaBeouf here, so he's showing that he's got pace back in the vehicle. Oh boy, Scruggs timing it down on Freeman.
And what a big run there on the bottom. Here comes down to the inside, and that is Scruggs. However, we're seeing Buzzy Mongold coming down to the pit lane. All this going on now with under 35 remaining. We're in stage number 3 here tonight at Phoenix. Down to the inside. Freeman with a big run down on the bottom. Here comes now Scruggs and Morton. Top 3. It looks like Morton might have bounced off the safer barrier. He does not falter or waver. He stays right on the gas within the top 2 leaders as they work again into turn number 2.
Yeah, he definitely got a little piece there. That's just a little aerodynamic fix, right? Let's just flatten that side out, get a little more side force out of it, I think. But we saw this earlier. Scruggs was able to keep pace with Freeman for a while, but then Freeman was able to just ease away ever so slightly at the end of stage 1. So we'll have to see if Dustin can keep pace. So thus far, looking real strong.
Yeah, what an amazing run right now as we are continuing to see these guys work their way and knock off laps. Probably one of the, Michael, would I say this is probably the longest green flag run of the race right here we're seeing?
We had a pretty long one earlier, not super long. It's just been odd cautions tonight, as Cofield says, dang, caution every 10 laps. But it's just been weird stuff happening. You know, it's not like guys are just losing it. It's just been odd contact in weird places. This is getting close to the longest run for sure.
Well, right now out in front is Freeman. Freeman leading, followed by Scruggs. There you see the interval, and I got to give props to Mark Morton. Mark Morton is being very patient, methodical, if you will, waiting for the time to pounce on Scruggs, make a run on Freeman. Here he comes back down to the bottom of the dog leg again in the apron, heading to 1 and 2. Still being able to right there stay with those guys. It's a 3-truck battle with 30 to go here in Phoenix.
Yeah, he's running the almost identical lap times, him and Scruggs. They're only about 2 100s, 4 100s behind Freeman right now. But you see this gap is starting to build a little bit. I don't know if Scruggs is trying to just cool it back down, because these 30 laps will go fast here, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're really going at it again as they work their way again through turns number 4, coming back through the, if you will, apex diamond of the corner, back to turn 4 at start finish. And like I said, just a very unique racetrack. This track never changed as far as the race, the way it's designed. It basically just changed the configuration of where the start finish line is. If you remember back in the day, for a long time, Phoenix Raceway start finish on the back straightaway. There was always that dog leg that used to be on the back stretch now, but now that's the front stretch. It's kind of like a Darlington swap, if you will, Michael McKinnon. But one thing for sure, though the track never changed, the racing did. The way you race, the way you drive, the way you methodically or advance your positions or race on this place. We're seeing a dandy of a good one here now, as here comes now the battle between, I believe it's Newton and Brady LaBeouf, trying to climb back in the top 10.
Yeah, Brady leaning on him a little bit in 1 and 2, give him a little more room there in 3 and 4, and that's just going to bring Tiny Horse right up to the back bumper of both of them. You see Keith Haney out of nowhere starting to make his move. All that confidence in the ARCA series. You see just a little later on the gas than these guys coming out of 1 and 2.
Yeah, and what a phenomenal job we are seeing these guys put on. What a show it has been, and ready to take this one to the Casa. It is right now the man leading of John Freeman. You were telling me that John Freeman was obviously running the table right now, winning stage 1, winning stage 2. Scruggs tried to give him a fight. Gotta wonder if it's gonna come down to these guys here. And something I thought about as well, can they go the distance without having to stop for fuel? We are now seeing Adam Newton come down pit road. Maybe an undercut here.
Yeah, that might answer your question. I said if it does go green, they took the green at 48, and the information we had was 45 to 48 laps on fuel. So it's going to be very, very close. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Talking about rolling the dice and being on fumes, if you will. All this going on now with 25 laps to go now. 25 remaining in this 150-lap contest. Lap number 25, as all the while it is John Freeman, Dustin Scruggs, followed by the machine of Mark Morton. Look at this now, the 28 of Osborne. Probably the biggest highlight of his season was being the Cops Trucks pole starter at Daytona, which seems like, 6 weeks ago it has been. And now just kind of trying to patiently stay in the top 10, top 15. He's doing that. He's in 12th.
Yeah, you see Bradley able to make a move around, so he's getting a little bit of that damage done. He's still loose, but yeah, Ed, he's one of the OGs of this league, been here for a long, long time. Is a pretty good short track racer. See Tyler Daniels, Anthony Mathis going at it here. Haven't called him 41 much tonight, but where is he right now? Trying to find him. He's running 15th, so good solid run out of the 41.
Yeah, that's Anthony Mathis up 16 spots in the 15th position. As all the while, here's the battle here. Kitty for second spot. It is still Dustin Scruggs got it. Mark Morton, though, creeping closer and closer to reel him in, but he's not there yet as we are closing in on the Premier Racing Setups. 20 to go here in the ButtKicker 150.
Yeah, I'd like to see Morton try to change up his line just a little bit, like right here. Get a little more air on the nose there so that it doesn't, tear up that right front, because he's just continuing to dog Dustin Scruggs. There you see Mathis here, Broadfoot making his way back up.
Yeah, continuing to watch all this going on now as we got him a little bit loose now back into the corner again. Look at now, Broadfoot inside, open the door, be patient, he is there, and we are closing in on 21 remaining. Freeman in the lead. Here he comes down the back straightaway. They will be working their way into turn number 4, this time by Michael McKinnon, and they will see 20 laps to go. That is the Premier Racing Setups 20 to go. I know Chris Murphy is an interim fill-in producer, so I don't think he has the logo or the graphic, but obviously thank you to Premier Racing Setups for sponsoring the 20 to go. 15% on your order comes back to NASRA's pocket, and you get a 15% discount as well. Thank you again to Premier Racing Setups for the 20 to go sponsor. Down to the finish of this one, and it is still Freeman in the lead. Normally our buddy Dean does like a commercial, like he does a double box, so that's why I figured
it's all right.
It's all good though, man. I still wanted to make sure we make our sponsors happy. Freeman is gone, and I think there's a lot of people behind the top 5, if you will, Michael. They want a caution flag. I don't know if they're going to get one.
I don't know, and you better start cueing the Jaws music, because the 38 machine is on the move. Here comes the tiny horse. He's starting to close it down on the third place machine of Morton. He is closing it down in a hurry.
It's amazing. We always talk about the tiny horse Ryan Johnson from Salem, Wisconsin, and what he does. One of the top 5 all-time winners of NASRA, a champion and a multiple faucets on different leagues, whether it's the Xfinity Series or the Monday Night Series or what he's done in the Cops Trucks in the past. He is a talent, and as it comes down to the end of this race, he finds a way to pick his way back to the front. He has done it again. He is trying to reel in the top 3. He's unbacked the tailgate of Mark Morton as they come to the line with 17 to go.
Now he got it down under a second to the lead. He was 2.3 seconds about 10 laps ago. I mean, he is really reeling them in right now. He's even running faster with the traffic than the leader right now. So is all Scruggs, though. They all beat Freeman by a 10th the last lap.
Freeman still holding on to that spot. Now Scruggs and Morton are about to have a battle for second spot, but it's about to become a 3-truck fight because Ryan Johnson is there. The Toyota's under attack by the bow tie of the number 38. He is reeling them in. Meanwhile, another bow tie. John Freeman out in front when they come to the line. 15 to go in Phoenix.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with if these guys start battling and they battle more than 2 laps, Freeman is gone. So when you make the pass, you're going to have to do it quickly and efficiently. You're going to have to get around these guys quick, or John Freeman's going to be out the door.
And I'm understanding from my producer there might be some lap traffic up ahead for the leader, John Freeman. And as I do say that, you do see those trucks up ahead. Could the drivers of Scruggs or Morton use the lap truck as a pick to try to take the win away from John Freeman, trying to sweep all 3 stages. Also, time running out. It's not on their side. It is, yes it is, for John Freeman. 14 to go as they go back into turn 1 at Phoenix.
Yeah, that first machine will be Brian Chu. He's multiple laps down, so hopefully he will give way, let these guys around. But if they get up to the machines of Matt Cherry or Carson Woodward, any of those guys, they're going to fight to stay where they are.
See more trucks coming down to the pit lane to have a undercut or pit stop that's very unscheduled with under 15 to go now. 13 at the line. And all the while, Freeman not being deterred by any lap traffic or any of the adversaries behind them. Morton Scruggs, though, they get the battling for second. Morton now the new man of the P2 spot, but Scruggs will power back with Johnson on the bottom out of 2. And sideways is Johnson. Whoa, baby.
Johnson, Morton, both sideways, but Morton able to get that pass done within 1 lap. So that's about as efficient as he could be. We'll see if he can drive out here. He put pressure on Scruggs for multiple laps, so just have to see if he's got enough left, but he has seemed to drive away from Scruggs as soon as he got around him.
Try to make a run. He'll go for him again here. Kenny, will he pounce? No, he will not. Johnson now up on the outside lane. Scruggs now back to the inside. All this goes on now for the battle for the number 3 position. Meanwhile, Mark Morton's got to get around lap traffic to try to make a run on Freeman. It's now about 6/7 tenths of a second. 11 to go here at Phoenix as they go back to turn 1.
Yeah, they're going to have to turn the best laps of the night and get around Jeremiah Holt there. He's being courteous. He's up out of the way. You see Freeman right there in front. So we're at 7 tenths right now. Ryan Johnson 1 second. So he needs to make quick work, able to clean. Okay, good. Clean pass, able to finish the corner. So we're going to see who's got the drag race speed left.
And can I say, give an attaboy to the lap traffic right there, getting out of harm's way. You know, they don't have to. They can race. They're on the tail end of the lead lap. They could race if they want to fight to stay on the lead lap with these leaders, but they are giving way. They're showing respect to the front pack, and respect is given, respect is earned later down the road. 10 remaining. It is still John Freeman in front. Lap traffic all around, and Morton, though, is getting closer in the orange number 3.
He's getting a little closer. Ryan Johnson not quite able to close in on Morton. So Morton's showing some real good pace here late in the run. Still 0.7 second gap, 0.8. So nothing else really in the way here. You got to do what you can do.
Make it 9. Make it now 9 to go. Single digits indeed as they work their way to the back straightaway in the back stretch. It is Freeman. Still got lap traffic all around. Now the battle continues for third. Johnson trying to now run after Morton. Losing ground is Scruggs. He's mired with lap traffic with 8 to go as they go into turn 1 in the dog leg.
Yeah, 8 laps to go. These guys are going to have to beat him by a tenth every time, and they lost 2. So Freeman really got some pace left as Ryan Johnson's just going to try to get this point. See if he can put a little pressure on Morton as they get ready to enter 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all he can do right now for the time being, right? He's just got to be patient and wait for the opportunity. Down to the inside. Here comes now the machine of Johnson on the bottom. He's got Morton up high. All this going on again now for second spot. Tiny Horse going after the Bass Pro number 3, and all the while, Freeman's gone with 6 to go when they come to the line.
Yeah, that 91 machine, that is a lap car trying to make his lap back. That's Hunter Parsons. He pitted on, sorry, I can't find the 124. He pitted on lap 124, so he's going to have much better pace than these guys. Well, let's just hope he doesn't mess up the run out in India. Bulldog as well. He pitted on 125. Both these guys trying to get their lap back.
And by the way, Brady LaBeouf losing ground. He's now fell 5 seconds back to the leader in the top 10. He's in the number 7 spot for the moment. It is John Freeman, Ryan Johnson, Mark Morton, Dustin Scruggs, as well as Keith Haney, the top 5. 5 to go at Phoenix as the leader works to the line.
Yeah, Freeman is starting to drive away. The battle is right here. Tiny Horse able to clear up to second. He's just might be running out of time here, but like I said, I don't think he'll have any trouble out of Parsons or Newton. They're both on new tires, so I don't think they're going to obstruct him. So we'll just have to see what kind of pace he's got in the last 5 laps, but he's going to have a heck of a lot of it.
Johnson in the second spot now. Can he run down Freeman? Closing in on 4 miles left to go in this one. Freeman, Johnson, Morton, Scruggs, and now it is also the driver of Francis. Matthew Francis in the WeatherTech number 10 Toyota Red Bull colors. He's cracked the top 5 with 4, making 3 to go when they come back down the back straightaway heading to the line.
Yeah, how about a fantastic run out of Francis? I brought him up early, got caught in an incident, top 10 last week. So these new drivers, here he is, he's in 5th right now, trying to hold off Keith Haney, which he's got a pretty good gap on. So just a fantastic run out of Francis.
Working around into turn number 3 and 4, coming back to the stripe. Parsons now, I'm sorry, they're in turn number 2 now. 3 laps to go. Hunter Parsons lap traffic now in the middle of Freeman. Freeman, the leader, trying to get around lap trucks. That's also the 97 up on the high side. It is Parsons at 91, the 97 at Daniel Lawless. They're fighting to stay on the lead lap as they work with the leader with 2 to go.
Yeah, great move out of Freeman there. Once he got side by side, he just gave so he could get that bottom line where he wanted to get. Instead of losing a lot of time to Tiny Horse, just lose a little time. So able to continue on. But you see right there, there's Tiny Horse with 1 to go. He's going to give it everything he's got.
Johnson dives it in way up on the high side. He's got Newton now to deal with on the bottom. The white flag will go in the air. Final lap of the race. The long green flag run presented by Darren's Detail and Shine. Final time. Johnson into the safer barrier. He will lose ground on the leader of Freeman. That's in John Freeman's opportunity to sweep it, run the table, going through lap traffic. Michael, take us home to the checkered flag.
Yeah, here comes Freeman. He's going to get his first win of the year, but Ryan Johnson diving away in, but here we go. Checkered flag in the air for the 42 of John Freeman. A clean sweep of the night. Stage 1, Stage 2, and now his first win of the season. Congratulations to John Freeman. He deserved this one.
Let the celebration begin for the driver of John Freeman. And there is now another first-time winner, or there's another first winner of the season for season number 12, joining winners like Adam Newton, or obviously Ryan Johnson, Keith Bradley, Ryan Johnson, Dustin Scruggs. So now if you think about it, counting points races, he is now the 4th different winner on the season there. Let him burn it down. John Freeman, when it's your night, it was his night. The 42 looked good, and he will celebrate with a victory.
No, he had it all night long, Wesley. Just able to keep pace, kind of save a little bit, and then pull away at the end. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, trying to pull up the overall stats and statistics on John Freeman, obviously. First win of the season. Got him now 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 5 starts. And add a win. That goose egg needs to disappear as he is going to celebrate with a victory in the NASRA Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series, winning here tonight in the ButtKicker 150. And I'm trying to look at the information here on John Freeman and give a little more of a backstory on this guy. This, by the way, Michael, is his first ever victory in NASRA. Not only in the Cops Truck Series, but in his career as well. Welcome aboard the NASRA Victory Lane.
Oh, congratulations. I mean, that's an unbelievable stat when you look at the I rating and how fast this man is. That's almost incredible. But he said earlier in the interview, he just wanted to keep a little luck and get off that bad luck train. So congratulations, John.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the results for this one. And actually, we're still a little bit ahead of schedule, so I can actually hang with you,
Absolutely,
Michael, and do post-race interviews, man, before the 11 o'clock hour. Let's take a look at the results as Taz and Ryan Johnson made a valiant effort. We've talked about this guy for a number of weeks since the season started, or even other races of the series past. He climbs when it's down to the end of the nitty-gritty, just falling 1 spot shy. It's John Freeman getting his first ever NASRA victory. In addition to that, Ryan Johnson will be second. John Freeman and Mark Morton will join us on the podium. So Freeman, Johnson, and Morton will be joining us for our Florida Cabinet Distributors Winner's Circle victory lane in just a moment for post-race. It is 5 lead changes with 6 drivers, 10 cautions, 32 laps, and the long green flag run of the race, no doubt. I mean, stage number 3 went green flag from start to finish. And obviously, Keith Haney, hard charger, up 35 spots. Way to go for the man with the red thongs. John Freeman led 105 of 150 laps tonight. Fastest lap, John Freeman. Dustin Scruggs was the man that started from the pole. Here is your unofficial overall finishing order results. Pitted anything in post. John Freeman, the winner. Ryan Johnson, Mark Morton, top 3. Keith Haney, Matthew Francis, top 5. Nate Bauer, Jeffrey Johnson, Isaac Bevan, Keith Bradley, overcoming bad luck, battles back for a top 10. The Daytona winner, and Brady LaBeouf, another solid bounce back for Mission 1. He'll finish 10th.
Yeah, finishing 11th will be Brandon Broadfoot. 12th will be Brandon Wallace. He'll be followed by Cody Knott, Anthony Mathis, Buzzy Mongold right up in there, top 15. Tyler Daniels, James D. Morris, Hunter Parsons, Dustin Scruggs, and Adam Newton will round out your top 20.
Rest of the finishing order is Huck Wigginton, man. That's not bad outside the top 20, but still a solid finish for Huck. Matt Cherry had problems tonight when he got crashed out. Daniel Lawless, Zach Hartwick, and Shane Trotter even led laps before the end of stage 2 in the top 25. Curtis Banks, Ed Osborne, Carson Woodward, last truck on the lead lap of 28. Jeremiah Holt, Eric Zimmerman, 2 laps down in the top 30.
31st be Matthew Montgomery. He'll be followed by Brian Chu, Mark Cofield, Brandon Schumann, Tyler Justice, Chris Blanchard, Kyle Hess, Matthew Cummins, Nick Sacco, bad evening for Nick, and then Adam Lighty will round out the 40-car field.
Go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to step away and take a break. When we come back, we will grab Freeman, Johnson, Morton. They are the top 3 drivers here tonight of the ButtKicker 150. Stay with us. We talk to them next.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one. Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantel, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book. Welcome back. NASRA Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series in the books. And the ButtKicker 150 is also done at the iRacing Phoenix Raceway. And John Freeman will celebrate his first ever NASRA win. He joins us now for Victory Lane coverage of post-race interviews presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors. John, listen, we spoke briefly when you won stage 1, stage 2. Run the table. That's something hard to do. Is this just your Achilles, man? Do you like this place, Phoenix? Was it the extra 10% of horsepower? What led to John Freeman running the table and winning this race, man? Congratulations.
Thank you, man. It's a weight off my shoulders getting that first one for sure. I would say I've always had a good feel for Phoenix. Don't necessarily think I was probably the best truck. I think Ryan maybe had slightly more pace, but he ran into some issues, which happens to all of us on a week-to-week basis. But no, ever since I've been coming here, I tend to have a good feel and kind of know what I need to do with the tires to keep them under me and be able to run a whole run on them. And it was just, man, that's the feeling I have right now is just relief because I felt like I've had pace for a couple seasons now in NASRA and just nothing ever works out for me to. So for that to go green and for that to work out there at the end, it's really just it's a relief off the shoulders, man. I couldn't be happier right now.
Yeah, John, this is Mike. My question is this. You've been with us a few seasons now. What has brought on the sudden change with the courtesy? I mean, because I was worried about the lap traffic, but they were able to move up out of the way. Seems like everybody's a little more courteous. I mean, we're still getting some cautions. We get some wild stuff, but do you see the difference? Because I believe I do see the difference.
There's 100% a difference. And I mean, those guys, those last 15, 20 laps showed a lot of courtesy. They could have raced me and Ryan both a lot harder than they did. So we both probably appreciate that respect. And that's a lot different from past seasons. I've had seasons before where I've had leads and you have lap cars just show no respect. You got 5 to go and they're still blocking you. So you're correct in that opinion. It's been a lot different this year so far, and the racing product on track in general has been overall a lot better. We had a little rough patch in the middle of today's race, but as you've seen in that last stage, when people lock in and these guys give each other a little space the first 2-3 laps of a restart, you can put on a really good product.
John, man, the long green flag run at the end of the race, were you worried about your tires or handling going out, or was you confident in how good the truck was?
I'd say I'm pretty confident. I consider myself one of the better guys at conserving tire. I was more concerned about the fuel. I never tried clutching, but I did a lot of lifting about after the finish line to coast in the turn one. But no, wasn't concerned with tires. I was a little bit concerned with Ryan Johnson, though. We know he's the man to beat on a week-to-week basis right now. Tough to ever beat him, especially on a fuel mileage race. So we got a little luck with what happened to him early in the race. So we had to drive back through the field. But we did what we needed to do. Very happy with the result. And I mean, dude, just actually just try not to sound too happy, but it's a very good moment for me. I'm very, very happy to get this win. Like, it's just such a relief.
Well, buddy, before we let you go, please thank your sponsors.
Yeah, shout out to Premier Racing Setups. I don't know if y'all know, but I'm part of the Premier Factory team. So what we like to say is get one or chase one. You're not going to find a better setup on the market. If you want a little discount to try them out, use code Freeman15 for 15% off your next purchase. Shout out to Sam Bridges, Jordan Bridges, Matt Montgomery, Jordan Durazic who's over in Jordan right now. And a bunch of others, Andrew Nagy, Glenn Grimm, Brandon Schumann. He didn't have a great race, but thank you to him. And yeah, just everybody back at the shop. Thank you to you guys for putting on a great broadcast and for Brady and Cody for running the day-to-days of the league. And I look forward to next week, and hopefully we can go for 2 in a row maybe.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is John Freeman. I'm a stat guy overall. 60th career race for him tonight. Finally breaks through into victory lane. 13 top 5s, 35 top 10s. John Freeman, another winner in the world of the fraternity of NASRA iRacing victors. Let's grab now second place, and that's going to be the driver of Ryan Johnson. He knows what it's like to be a victor in the world of NASRA. One of the top 5 all-time winners on the list. Matter of fact, if you want to be honest, he's third on the all-time win list with 49 career wins. Only 2 back to Keith Bradley at 51. And Ryan, just 1 spot shy, fighting your way around lap traffic, getting your way up here at the end of the 3rd stage to get another solid finish. You're taking second place, sir.
Yeah, we had a good qualifying run tonight, which was probably a first for this season. But first stage went pretty good. I think we finished like 3rd, and then the unfortunate circumstances happened. We were 3 wide there in the 2nd stage with Keith and Adam, and kind of got turned around there and had quite a bit of damage to fix. So I think we spent basically the entire 2nd stage trying to fix all that. And luckily we were able to get it all finished or all fixed up. And we had a lot of work to do. it's hard as hell to pass here, and a lot of these guys are really fast, and I wasn't sure with that last caution it was going to be close on fuel. So at that point, I wasn't really worried about fuel. I was just trying to get some track position, get towards the front, and then I think I got up around fourth or fifth somewhere in there, and then started saving a little bit, and it seemed like I was catching the top three there. And fortunately, by the end there, we just I showed some courtesy. They showed some courtesy there, and I was able to get some runs, make up a couple more spots, but just fortunately not quite enough. But congrats to John there. I didn't know it was his first win. That's kind of surprising. He's normally really fast and usually up there with us. So
Hey, Ryan, this is Mike. I got a couple quick things. This 110% fuel, was anyone, I couldn't really hear a lot in my headset. Did anyone try the shifting thing, or was it just too much power to get off the corner?
I mean, I wasn't. I didn't. I can't say I heard anybody do it. Um, honestly, I'm not sure. I know I don't like shifting when we have to, so I try not to. And I didn't hear anybody doing it, but it's a possibility. I know I've seen people do it in the past. I just I'm not skilled enough to do that.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks used to do it, but yeah, that little incident, man, I was going to bring up the qualifying effort. I was proud of you tonight, right up there in third. So, but another great run, man. That's all. That's all I got for you.
Thank you.
Well, Ryan, before we let you go, buddy, please thank your sponsors, dude. Always, Ryan Johnson. Man, did you know you're on the road to 300 starts tonight? His career start 290, 49 career wins, 183 top fives, and now 225 top tens for the Tiny Horse, and a two-time winner this year. Always a privilege, Ryan, talking to you. Thank your sponsors.
Yeah, just gotta thank Brady, Cody, everyone at NASRA putting it on. You guys have been the booth for broadcasting. Our new team, RVM Esports, my teammates Ryan, Isaac, Matthew, everybody tuning in and watching, and all the guys that are for another good race tonight. Oh wow, minus the center, but it helped us. So thanks.
There you go. All right, there's Ryan Johnson, everybody. A couple of Chevrolets, 1 and 2. And now let's grab Mark Morton. Always great chatting with this guy, of course. Mark Morton, originally from Georgia, Cartersville. Then he went to the Show Me State, or actually Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. And then he turned around and come right back to Georgia again, or he's planning to. Mark, Bass Pro Tracker Club #3 had its highs and lows, man. Bouncing back, fighting off the wall, fighting everybody around you, and you still get a podium out of the deal, man. Third place tonight here at Phoenix. Tell us about it.
Oh yes, sir. No, it was definitely it was a yo-yo going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I learned that my pit strategies do not always go well for me, so I just played follow the leader, and it kind of worked out for me. Towards the end of that last stage, I wanted to get by. I came over and I told Dustin I didn't want to. I wanted to pass him because I knew I was quicker than him because he was getting loose and I had a better run off the corners. I just didn't feel comfortable enough to pass him without either wrecking myself or him. And so I just rode, and then finally he was nice enough to finally let me by. By that time, John had already checked out. But I mean, overall, it was a heck of a race. Definitely needed the points. Definitely needed the good run. And Phoenix, I love Phoenix, so it was two spots short, but you take them when you can with the competition here.
Yeah, Mark, I was going to bring up that battle with Dustin. It just seemed like you guys were running same lap time, lap after lap. You say it's just that extra little horsepower, right? Just a little too uncomfortable to try to make a dive in.
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, I'm not that kind of racer. I'm big on respect, and I'm not gonna force something knowing that I'm gonna either cause a caution, wreck somebody else, or wreck myself out. So I mean, like I said, I just rode behind them, and it helped in the long run because I was actually saving fuel. Didn't even realize that we were that short on fuel till about 15 to go. Um, but yeah, I mean, Dustin's a heck of a racer. He's always up front, and like I said, I'm big on respect, and I want people to see me as a clean driver, not just an aggressive driver.
Well, Mark, before we let you go, buddy, please thank your sponsors. He'll finish in the number 3 position, and obviously some overall stats on Mr. Mark Morton. Doesn't get to race that much, man. Whenever he does, though, it's always a joy to be able to see him and see what he does here with the NASRA family. This guy's found victory lane in the past as well. Mark Morton, obviously finishing in third tonight. By the way, can I say congrats, Mark? I don't know if you realize this, buddy. Career start, century grind 100 tonight for you. With 1 career win, 21 top 5s, and now 46 top 10s for you, sir.
I actually like those odds. Didn't think the stats were that good, but obviously they could be better. But I definitely do appreciate it. First and foremost, Decals Paint and Body Shop, my wife, because she's staring me down. So always got to give her a shout out. You guys for always putting on a heck of a broadcast, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 days a week. You guys are always heck of a broadcast group. I love watching you guys. Everybody in NASRA for uh, participating. I love it. I don't know why I stepped away for a couple seasons, but I'm glad I'm back. Yeah, Full Send Motorsports, Brandon, Matthew, Keith, and Ed. We actually got three. We got 3, 4, 5 at tonight, so it's a heck of a good team points night for Full Send Motorsports. Um, but that's it. Also, I kind of did a little switcheroo on you. So instead of going back to Cartersville, I'm actually going to Mooresville, North Carolina to go to
Hey.
UTI because I'm going to be studying and I'm going to be doing a NASCAR tech. I'm going to become a NASCAR tech.
So not RTP Morrisville, but Mooresville Race City, USA. That's where you're going to, just outside of Charlotte.
Yes, sir. I will literally be 5 minutes away from Junior Motorsports.
There you go. Wow, rock and roll, man. Well, I'll tell you what, congrats on that, and good luck in what your endeavors are. And wherever you end up, wherever you go, bring the wife, bring that damn iRacing rig too. You'll be fine, right?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Wife definitely comes all the way around, and iRacing does too. Like it's my escape from reality. It's a heck of it's heck of a good but expensive hobby.
Gotcha. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the thoughts. Mark Morton finishes in third, career start number 100 tonight. Want to send a big thank you to Chris Murphy. Matter of fact, where's my soundboard at, man? I want to give this guy some love. Make some noise for him. Yes, sir. Give him some love. Love to Chris Murphy, DRSN, for what he does with all of his other league stuff, and stepping in tonight, filling in for Cody Deemers with broken equipment, and Dean Hopton, who normally doesn't do the Thursday series. He wasn't going to be available as well. But, man, big thanks to Chris Murphy stepping in. And Michael McKinnon, always a privilege, sir. Listen, way to go. John Freeman, a new NASRA winner, and we now prepare for another race coming up. And, by the way, that wraps up another week of action, by the way, on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. And if you're keeping track of the season 12 of the Cops Truck Series for NASRA, we are back in action next week. It will be Legacy Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let me emphasize on that. Not Super Speedway Echo Park, Michael, but abrasive, hard-on tires, cheese grater, Atlanta Motor Speedway. Before the repave, before the turning of the track becoming a small super speedway on steroids. That's where we're at for next week, buddy.
That'll be interesting, man. I got to wait and see if they're going to put 110 horsepower on that thing because it's slick enough. So I can't wait to see what the admins come up with that for next week, Wesley.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up. Coverage of NASRA, whether it's the DSR Truck Series, the Prosper Engineering Endurance Series, the NASRA Pulse Popper ARCA Series, or the NASRA Cops Truck Series, Monday through Thursday. Make sure you check it out. The archives are also available as well. And don't forget to follow NASRA on social media as well on the NASRA 360 Racing Network on YouTube. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow, wait for that bell. If you hit that bell, that'll let you know know when we're live for all of our great coverage. Thanks to all the drivers, everybody for watching, our audience, for getting, as always, for Brady LaBeouf, Cody Knott, Chris Murphy again. Great job for the man from DRSN handling production. For my good friend Michael McKinnon, I am Wesley Outland. Congratulations, John Freeman, another first-time winner. Dominates in the ButtKicker 150 tonight at Virtual Phoenix. We'll see you next week at Legacy Atlanta.